Straight to the point, the Dutch trio. Training and skill. I think if you understand player ability combined with skill, you can never go wrong. First thing first, let's start with Van Basten. Alright, let's start with the skills. In my opinion, Van Basten, long range curler, outside curler, aerial superiority, absolutely. He's not that fast, he can be strong, and he's, 188. So you gotta make him aerially good, right? Now, obviously, if I give him aerial superiority, probably I wouldn't need to give him hidden that high. I even tested him with like jump 80. This version of training, it's not final. You could go 84 speed, you could go more speed, less acceleration, or you can go more speed, I would say more speed, less physicality maybe. That could be personal preference. Or make the dribble into 80 instead of 85 and give him more jump, for instance. But I want to try the fast version of Van Basten, see how it is. I think for Fox in the box, most of the time, you don't need that much speed. Romario is a different thing. He's a nimble, small guy. So for the skills, these are the absolute essential for Van Basten, in my opinion. And of course, I'm going to play it, and we've got until 28th of September to finalize training players, because after then, it will require GP to reset. I managed to give him long-range curler. I think soul control is the third thing, in my opinion. Long-range curler, outside curlers, aerial superiority, soul control can be useful as well. Beyond that, I don't know. Maybe he's got low stamina, give him fighting spirit. Next up, now obviously I have this one as well. I think this one could be better in a way. Not better, but even this card version of Rijkaard, it is one of the best center-backs in the game. But when you use an orchestrator as a center-back, his playing style is no active. So his playing style will be based on a team's playing style. Quick counter, long ball counter. And the build-up CB. I mean, you're talking about a strong, tall guy who can be could be very fast with incredibly defensive ability as well. And he's perfect if you play position game. He got decent ball control, tight position, and so on. Now, obviously, if I use him as a DMF, I'll give him better, higher tight position. But I don't think you should waste this guy as a DMF. Pretty sure you can use barriers if you don't have one. So, in terms of skills for Rijkaard, I would absolutely go blocker, aerial superiority, acrobatic clearance, sliding tackle. These four are a must. And then the final one, you have to decide between through passing, weighted pass, or heading. I think I agree with Spooky with that one. Yeah, you would think a defender needs heading. I think for me, heading is more better for strikers. Because a lot of time you don't want to clear the ball with a defender to head it downward, if you know what I mean. Especially when we don't have a manual option. It is good to have it, but for me, I think a lot of times a defender has through passing or weighted pass. You're under pressure, you want to loft that ball accurately, could change the game. Beyond that, in terms of training, this is how I train them right now. You could go less speed, more defensive ability, or the second version, keep the speed 80. I think the speed should be 80. What you can do though, if you give him aerial superiority, go less jump and physical contact and more defense maybe. So at the moment, this is how I've trained him, and I'm gonna give him a try. Next up we got, where's Gullit? Now, we did compare this Gullit with the Milan one. This Gullit, it's 10 times better aerially. He's got 8+ on balance, 9+ on jump, 7+ on aggression. While the Milan Gullit, it's got better set piece and 5 or 6+ on ball control. And of course, the Milan one is classic 10, while the Netherlands one is creative playmaker. And I have to say, this one just feels different. It's not a conspiracy, it just player ID feels very, very different. So, in terms of training them, let's talk about the skills. I would say, yeah, first time shot, acrobatic finishing, long range curler, heel trick. The fifth one, I haven't decided yet. I think I'm going to leave that open, depending on what else he doesn't have. Soul control, heading, one touch pass, through passing, outside color. You go aerial superiority as well. Captaincy. I think it depends. If you're gonna use him as an AMF, as an SS, or as a CF, depending which position you're gonna use him in, then you can decide with the other skill. But these are the skills I personally recommend and ideas of many top players that I know. In terms of training, this is how I like him train, a little bit more balanced overall, because I haven't decided if I'm going to use him mainly as a CF, as a SS, or AMF, depending. I change formation a lot. If I had a permanent formation like a classic 4-2-1-3, then I would train him very, very differently. But in my opinion, train him like this. What you can do, I think speed and acceleration should be, this is the best way to balance it out, because you want to get that offense awareness to 80. And beyond that, one thing you can change, jump in 90, it's a personal preference to me. I know he has aerial superiority. You probably don't need that jump, but he's a big guy. I want to increase his aerial duel in a way. But you probably would think, yeah, he doesn't need 90 jumping. So instead of giving him 90 jumping, you can give him more dribbling. You can give him more defensive ability. I don't know if you use him as AMF. Less jumping, more finishing, less jumping, more passing, less jumping, more dribbling. That could be a personal preference. But for me, that's what it is, man.